I'd like to talk to you today about our 100 freshman learning initiative that we're starting at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. We believe that the world needs people who care about things like sustainable design, that understand how to work in teams in collaborative activities, to be aware of the community and to value a community of learners, and also understand how our individual actions affect the global concerns. The best way to explain this system to you is to sort of contrast it with a traditional university. I've drawn this here as the circles being courses, and generally students take 4 courses a quarter, so they might be taking all of these courses, and there's a faculty within each course that are teaching students that are often sitting in rows listening to the faculty through a PowerPoint or just lecturing on things, or possibly doing some examples on the board. There's also learning objectives for each of the courses. These learning objectives were established by the faculty and the university ahead of time, and they're valuable things that we think students should learn within each course. Sometimes students are working on community projects. Not every student works on community projects, but sometimes they do, and it could be through the course, or it could be a co-curricular activity that's occurring at the university. Our imagination is if we take this system and we remove the boundaries of the courses and redraw them in a way that is more inclusive of the whole, that we actually might be able to do something different in the learning of students. If we rearrange students and put them on teams of students that are working on authentic community projects and achieving learning objectives through those projects, we think we could actually reorganize this whole system and have it be something where students are more engaged in their activities, and we can be learning as more of a community. We look at this diagram and we can see that there's groups of students. These would be attributed to community projects, authentic community projects in San Luis Obispo County. So students would be achieving learning objectives through these projects, working collaboratively with faculty and community members and with each other. They also will be doing some self-directed learning, where they will be achieving learning objectives that might not be achieved through the project. They'll be doing it in either individually or in small groups or with faculty members. If we look at this system, we imagine this learning community would be something of value for a learning context. Faculty roles shift to being coaches in the process. There's going to be learning within the context, because the projects really supply the context for much of the learning that's going on. The community projects would make a difference in the community. All the work that students do would actually be productive for the community. There's also a lot to be learned about self-directed learning. We think that students really do need to learn that, and that through this process they will understand how to direct their own learning and to see the things they need to learn. We're looking for 100 freshmen. This is going to span 2 quarters, winter and spring quarter of 2012. There's going to be 5 to 7 faculty working with students each of the quarters. We're going to be working on sustainable design. There's going to be 16, all students are going to be able to advance 16 degree applicable units per quarter, so they will make progress in their degree. And if you think this might be for you, maybe you can ask yourself these questions. Are you concerned about the environment? Do you want to learn how to learn? Do you want to work on projects? And more importantly, do you want to make the world a better place? If you do think this might be for you, please visit us at SUSTAIN-SLO.calpoly.edu. You can sign up for information, you can read about the program, and you can look at how to apply for the program.